propylene, glycol, glycerin, and flavors, which then produce an aerosol that is inhaled. Studies have detected volatile organic compounds, heavy metals, and other toxicants in the emissions of e-cigarettes. Additionally, in products sold in Kenya, the labeling is done only on the outer packets and is extremely minimal when it comes to the actual documents. Honorable Speaker, I've actually bought some of these documents. If you look at this, there is labeling on the packet. There is no labeling on this. And what is happening, people are buying this and then throwing away the packet and selling them at will to even minors. As I will demonstrate shortly, this is the easiest thing to buy in Kenya, online, and it is accessible even by, through the minors. Is accessible to the minors. Which are the health risks? Honorable Speaker, there are a wide range of health risks associated with e-cigarettes use and vaping. For instance, on the short-term health outcomes for first-time smokers who have never used combustion tobacco products, numerous studies suggest that vaping may increase the risk of developing chronic lung disease. In the longer term, it also worsens bronchitis, asthma, it can also raise blood pressure, and it can also suppress the immune system. In the longer term, apart from being highly addictive, early exposure to nicotine can affect learning, attention, memory, and it poses social problems among young people. Honorable Speaker, protecting the young people and minors in this country is a constitutional requirement. It is a requirement because we have also signed the Convention on the Rights of the Child. One of the 4 pillars in this convention is protection of children. Honorable Speaker, e-cigarettes were introduced in Kenya in the years 2017-2018. And if you read Section 53 of the Tobacco Control Act, it contemplates that the Tobacco Control Board, working together with the Ministry of Health, working together with the Ministries of Agriculture, Trade and Industry, Finance, Education, Information and Communication, Foreign Affairs, Internal Security, will actually come up with regulations that protect. And in my view, Honorable Speaker, 8 years down the line, with the introduction of this, the e-cigarettes in Kenya, the Ministry of Health has done nothing to put in place regulations to actually guide the trade in these e-cigarettes, the labeling and regulating on how this operates. Honorable Speaker, it is for that reason that we as Parliament, where the Ministry of Health has failed to actually carry out its job, we need to bring back that mandate and put it in the parent law to ensure that they are actually compelled to do this. When the Committee on Health did public participation, you will be shocked to hear that the Ministry of Health representative suggested that we don't need this law because they can actually regulate. And I asked the question, 8 years down the road, why have you not done these regulations? Why have you allowed these products to be on the market willy-nilly? Honorable Speaker, they do not have any answer to this question. Honorable Speaker, when we were preparing for me to present this, I actually sent my team to the market to try and find out how to buy these e-cigarettes. Honorable Speaker, these products are available very easily online. We were able to go to more than 15 websites, and buying these products is very easy. There is no age restriction. When they only ask to click whether you are 18 and above. And you know, clicking can actually, anybody can click, including a 7-year-old can actually click and say they're 18 and above. There is no one of those websites that asks for age verification for one to be able to know what happens. Honorable Speaker, once you buy online, some of them offer to deliver them within 1 hour. And we actually asked for delivery, and one of my staff, who looks small and looks like a child, stood somewhere near KICC to receive that delivery. Honorable Speaker, when they delivered, there is no age verification on delivery. Nobody asks you, can you show me your identification to know whether you are 18 or not? They just deliver it, which means that these products are actually being sold to our children. And as many schools will tell you, and I had a chat with one of the principals in a school in Nairobi who told me she regularly confiscates the e-cigarettes and vapes in her school. And she said, I think the government needs to do something in terms of regulating these products. Honorable Speaker, we also did homework. We tried to find out whether these products are actually sold in other jurisdictions and what kind of regulation applies. And Honorable Speaker, you will be shocked to know that most of the products in Kenya are manufactured in China, but in China, the restrictions around these issues or these products is so high that you will be shocked, or I'm disturbed, that they will do a manufacturing that actually does not align to their own standards. Of course, they are doing this because the laws in China do not apply to Kenya, and it is not their responsibility anyways to put these laws and regulations in place. It is our responsibility as Parliament to put these laws and regulations in place. Honorable Speaker, I want to just tell you some of the standards that are provided for by these teams. You find, for instance, the nicotine strength that is required for any aerosol, the little whatever they sell, the pod that they sell. In the UK, in the EU, in China, in Russia, it must be equal to or less than 20 mg per milliliter. In Kenya, because it is unregulated, we have most of the ones that are selling, the three that I picked, they actually have 150% more than what is required in these other jurisdictions. When it comes to the e-liquid volume that is required per pod, Honorable Speaker, in the UK and in Russia, even in China, it must be an equivalent of less than, equivalent to 10 ml or less than 10 ml. In Kenya, it is unregulated, so most of the ones on the market are way above that. In the UK, in China, in Russia, the pod cannot have more than 600 puffs. But in Kenya, the ones I have here, the list has 2,500 puffs. We have one with 9,000 puffs. We have another one with 12,000 puffs. Honorable Speaker, this is significant because the more puffs there are, the more or the quicker the addiction comes. So they are selling these e-vapes in quantities that are so large that if a child picks it, actually they are driving them into addiction. When it comes to warning labels, in the UK, in China, in the UK, 30% of the pack must give a warning on the health warning. 35% in China. In Kenya, since there is no regulation, I've just shown you that the inside pack has no labels on it. You have a pack that is confusing. The packaging standards in the EU and in the UK require that the packaging must be child resistant, must be tamper-proof in China. But in Kenya, the packaging is made sleek with flashy and flavors that are supposed to target the young people. When it comes to sales and licensing, Honorable Speaker, all nicotine-containing products must be reported to the medical and health care products regulation authority in the UK and in the EU. In China, they actually have only the state monopoly, a state monopoly that actually a state-driven authority is the only one that can actually license and sell these products online.